Hey, good morning from McKenzie Mountain right here in Republic, Washington. It is Wednesday the 29th, I think it is today. About 40 degrees right now, cold. Chilly outside. I think all that snow that was up in the skiffs in the mountain, the dusting the snow that I saw, is not there now. And so I went out yesterday and I did go to the walk-in clinic with the cold sores and all of that. I do have a cough and not a... So I went in, and the guy said, he said, yeah, that's what you got are cold sores, and they're viral. There's nothing really we can do about it. You know, I can give you some things to kind of kill the pain and some things that may or may not speed up the process of healing, but it just is what it is. I was thinking about it, when my boys were little, you know, if they get hurt, I didn't want them to be whiners and complainers and stuff, and so, you know, they get a knot on their head, a goose egg on their head, and say, wow, that's really new, that is so cool, you should call your friends and have them come and look at it, that's really a cool goose egg. Trying to just, you know, so that they didn't, you know, whine about getting hurt a little bit. So this care provider there at the clinic, he looks at me and he says, well, I suspect is these cold sores, and he had a name for it. So he looked inside my mouth and he said, yeah, those are cold sores. Let me look. And so he looked, he says, oh, that's a nice one right there. I was thinking, I don't want it to be called nice one. It's not a nice one. They're painful. And I probably wasn't very nice to my kids, telling them, oh, you're bad. That's really cool. You should call your friends. It hurt. Anyway, so he looked in my ears and he looked in my nose, and he, you know, did the checking my breathing and my lungs and all that, and said, no, it's what it is. It's just the cold sores. You're just going to have to let it run its course. So today is day number 7 of it running its course. So we'll just see how that's going to. I was asked if I could drive over to Tacoma and preside over a funeral service on Saturday. And I agreed to do it, and then I got to thinking, I hope I'm over it. You know, assuming I'm going to be over this. I hope I'm over it by then. Sure do hope that I'm over it by then. Anyway, so had a couple of people have made comments online. One of them was talking about using yogurt and, you know, getting your probiotics up. And I think there, you know, I agree with that, and you know, that can happen. And you know, sometimes I think it's better to have, you know, instead of using like Tums, which is an antacid, it's better to use things more like oranges. Someone also wrote about vitamin C to get the acid levels the right direction instead of the wrong direction. Someone else mentioned gargling with hydrogen peroxide, and actually I have been doing that, and this care provider told me not to do that. And he said the problem is that stuff will kill hydrogen peroxide. It'll kill all the good bacteria too, which is what one of the guys was saying. Well, the problem is your balances are off, but so we're going to get the good bacteria built up in there. So lots going on in there right now. Just not doing that well. I actually woke up. I went to bed at 8, got up at 5. Got cleaned up, and then went back to sleep until just now. I think it's probably 7:30. Now it's 8 o'clock. Anyway, so the Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.